Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interbubs. This is ReNDoG coming at you from a secret underground passageway in this Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. How's everybody out there on planet Earth doing today, baby? Oh man, hope you're having a great day, guys. Hope you're in the mood for some experimentations, because that's what we're doing today. We're gonna be experimenting with spiders, and it's probably not gonna be too fun for my butt, but if we can get these experiments done correctly today, my friends, we are gonna have the most insane cave spider XP farm that any Minecrafter could ever freaking wish for, especially this early on in the game. So, we've got lots of work to do today, lots of spider bites to take. I've got me anti-venom cream, a bucket of milk, and I'm ready to get busy with them spiders. I've been working a little bit on this underground passageway, by the way, since we were last together. We sort of dug out this passageway in the last episode that takes us all the way from Mole Town, all the way down to the Nether Portal Chamber, or into the Mines of the Dog 2. And I got a couple of really sweet ideas from some of you guys out there. One of you guys suggested that maybe we should try and connect this passageway to the spider farm also, right? So that's going to give us another way down to our quadruple spider XP farm. I think that's an absolutely marvelous idea, and we'll probably do something like, I don't know, maybe down here. Maybe we will have a passageway over here that'll take us all the way down to the spider mine. And I guess, theoretically speaking, if we dug straight down from here, we should probably hit that spider mine, because to get down to that spider mine, of course, we need to go down the Mines of the Dog shaft, which is over here. And basically down at the bottom of the mine shaft there's like another passageway that takes us to the spider mine. So theoretically speaking, the spider mine is probably somewhere here in that direction and down. So actually, it's probably better if we dug here somewhere. So I'm thinking we probably have to go a little bit to the left over here and then a little bit down. That should probably get us to the spider mine. This is the shaft over here though, right? So we don't, oh no, that's the back of the portal room. So we don't want to mess that up too much. So I guess we'll go a little bit to the left and then we'll go down again and see if we can bust into that spider mine. That's actually a really sweet idea, man. I'm really loving how the Mines of the Dog and all of the stuff that we've got underground over here is slowly but surely getting connected to the overworld area. I think that's kind of cool, man. There's a little bit of interesting synergy going on over there, and even though it's not the most efficient way to get up and down, I don't know, man, I kind of like it. I think it's pretty sweet. But yeah, so today, my friends, oh my goodness, today we're going to be running some experiments. In the previous episode, we managed to set up the foundations for our spider mine farm, and here is the mine shaft in which the quad farm is located, right? So we should be breaking into it theoretically at some point down here, but we set up the foundations for funneling spiders in the previous episode. We did pretty good, actually. We managed to funnel a few of those spiders into the kill zone. However, I've been reading some of the comments, and I think we're going to have a couple of problems to deal with that we're going to need to solve. Number one, a new Minecraft update is coming pretty soon, the aquatic update, and that's going to change the way that water works. And unfortunately, that is probably going to mean that our spider mine is going to be broken by the update. And by the way, this is absolutely perfect. Look at this. So we're going to bust down into here. This is going to give us direct access into our spider mine, which is fantastic. But that does, of course, mean that I've got a little bit more work to do over here, don't I? Making this whole thing look nice and pretty. But we'll do that at some other point in the future. Now, the problem that we're going to have with the new Minecraft update coming up is that water is actually going to flow through fences, and it's also going to flow through signs, which is not a great thing for us, considering what we did last time we were together was make some sort of a mobavator over here using signs to put water sources on top of them, right? So today we got to find a way to future-proof this cave spider spawner farm, and I've got a little bit of an idea based on some ideas that you guys gave me in the comments. Now, I have gone ahead and relit up this spawner, which we actually fired up last time, so there shouldn't be too many spiders spawning spawning, although there are quite a few spawning over here. Might be due to this over here. Let's get rid of these blocks. That might slow down the spawnage a bit. I've also added blocks above all of the other spawners so that spiders don't spawn on top of the spawners, thus decreasing the efficiency of the spawnage rates. But what I would like to do today is going to be kind of fun. I've actually blocked off the funnel down here. We should see those spiders getting trapped over there. Yes, I've added a block at the entrance there so the spiders can't actually go through. That means we can very safely work with our XP farm over here. And what I would like to do is change one side of this thing into glass, right? So that we can actually see into it. And that's going to give us a great idea on how the spiders are actually interacting with this farm. I want to see how the spiders are flowing. I want to see how they move through the farm. And that'll probably help us out in figuring out how to actually make this farm as efficient as it possibly can be, right? We want to be moving these spiders as efficiently as possible. But B, we're going to see if we can actually fix this farm for the aquatic update. So I guess what we're going to probably have to do here is break our mobavator that we set up last time. We're going to have to find a different way to actually move these spiders up. Luckily, I think there is a way that is going to be super easy, and this is a way that actually a ton of you guys in the previous episode were telling me about. So I'm super excited about this. Let's get rid of all of these water sources, and we'll get rid of these signs too. But we're going to have to dig all the way down so that we can add a glass window here to our farm. I guess the glass is only going to be necessary where the spiders are flowing, right? So I think we've got to go all the way down. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like an ant farm, right? Have you guys ever had an ant farm in your life? I don't know if ant farms are still a thing in the world, but when I was a kid, oh no, that was a mistake. I think we probably need to keep a sign up there for now. Where have all those signs gone? Okay, they're down here. But yeah, when I was a kid, we got something called an ant farm. Well, we could get something called an ant farm, I suppose, and basically what it was these plastic chambers that were very thin. They were kind of like, I don't know, plastic rectangles, and you would fill these plastic rectangles with sand, and then you'd put a queen ant in there and a few workers, and eventually the ants would actually create a colony inside of this ant farm thing, and it was absolutely awesome because the ants would make little chambers for their food, they'd make little chambers for their babies, the queen ant would have its own chamber, and you would watch the ants going through these different rectangles, and not only that, the rectangles were connected to each other via these plastic pipes kind of thing. The rectangles kind of looked like a CD case or a DVD case, but they were completely transparent, right? So you can actually watch the ants moving around the ant farm. It was absolutely freaking awesome, man. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of that, right? And my brother and I used to get, we got an ant farm for Christmas once, I believe it was, and we had a lot of fun with those ants. However, things didn't really turn out very well for us in that ant farm, as I can recall, because the ant farm itself, the little rectangles, actually have little holes in them so that the ant farm itself can get some oxygen in it, and the ants don't die, because obviously the ants need some oxygen too, right? And you got to choose ants that are bigger than the oxygen holes, right? Because if the ants are smaller than the oxygen holes, well, they'll simply crawl their cute little butts through those oxygen holes, right? And I remember my brother and I got an ant farm for Christmas, and we were super excited about this. We were so pumped to get a little ant colony going. And I remember on Christmas Day, we got our ant farm, and we went outside and tried to find an ant colony, and our mum helped us find one, and we dug it up, and we try to find the queen, and I think we probably did find the queen, which was a little bit bigger than all the rest of the ants, and we jammed the queen into that ant farm. We put some soil in there. There was about 5 or 6 chambers in that particular ant farm, and we put as many ants in there as possible, and we couldn't wait to see what would happen with the ants, right? We wanted to see what would happen, and we put some sugar in there, and we put some food and stuff, and we were completely obsessed with this ant farm. It was so freaking awesome, man. The ants were doing their business, making chambers and whatnot. And that night we went to bed, and we left the ant farm on our table in our room, because at that point my brother and I were bunking in the same room, and we were just chilling. We went to bed. We couldn't wait to wake up the next morning to see what would happen to our ant farm. And when we woke up the next morning, unfortunately the only ant that was left in the farm was the queen, and all the other little ants had crawled out of the ant farm and had infested in our bedroom because, well, the little ants were smaller than the oxygen holes, and they'd crawled out of the oxygen holes into the bedroom, and the entire desk was covered in ants, and there were ants all over the floor and in the carpet and all over the show. And I remember my mum being mildly upset about it, but at the same time, it was a pretty funny moment for us as a family. We were like, oh man, our ant farm failed. Anyway, did you guys ever have ant farms when you were kids also? Oh man, they were so awesome. Anyway, this is looking pretty good, right? This gives us a great look into our spider farm over here. Let's just make a few more stone bricks so that we can complete the build so it doesn't look super janky. And what we should see now are these ants, I guess, going through here. We'll be able to watch those cave spiders very closely in our ant farm, and this is how we can actually do our experiments. Now, the problem that we're going to have with the update aquatic is that water is going to flow through transparent blocks. So water is going to flow through these signs, basically, which is a little bit of a worry, and I'm not sure what we're going to do about that top sign over there. That's something I'm going to have to think about. That's something I haven't actually thought about. But maybe we can solve that another time. But one of the things that we could potentially do, and this is a comment that one of you guys made that I want to see if is actually true. One of you guys said that cave spiders don't need a motivator to go up, so they don't need all of that water to go up. And because a cave spider is half a block high, when they go into the areas where there was a sign, they kind of stop moving, and that sort of decreases the efficiency of the farm somewhat. However, if a cave spider gets pushed into a wall by a water source, for example, it will actually go up. So theoretically, we don't even need that motivator in there. All we need to do is push those cave spiders into this back wall, and theoretically that should force them to go all the way up and across. Now, we've managed to accumulate a couple of cave spiders already. I can hear them whistling at us, and that means all we need to do is break that block over there that's on the other side of this water source. Let's see if we can actually access it. I don't think so. There it is over there. Okay, so it's a cobblestone block. So once we break that, the cave spiders are going to flow. So let's just get ready to do some blockage over here. That's breaking the sign. There we go. Okay, and let's make sure we've got the glass above them. There we go. Okay, so let's watch our experiment. He's going to go into the back wall, and he's kind of jumping up and down and not really going up, which is a little bit annoying. What happens if he gets a friend with him? Is that going to help him go up? That's not really going to help him go up either. All right, Cyberdog scientists, let's take some notes for our experiments over here, shall we? We can confirm that spiders will climb up walls when they get pushed up into the back of it, but it doesn't look like it happens consistently. So that's what we need to work on now. We need to get these spiders to climb consistently up. And I think we can do that by using some ladders. This is another suggestion that one of you guys made for me in the previous episode. And apparently spiders will actually climb up ladders. So the theory is, if we can get some ladders into the back of our motivator, that should get the spiders climbing, right? However, we're going to have to kill these spiders, the ones that are in here already. Let's just get the jank blade up and running over here, get the spiders destroyed. There we go. And I suppose what we can do is add a ladder above the water source, so the spiders will get pushed into this back wall. We can see that they sort of jump up, but then they get stuck, right? So what happens if we added ladders all the way up to the top here? And I wonder if in the aquatic update, water will go through ladders. Maybe, maybe not. I'm thinking that it'll probably go through signs, but probably won't go through ladders. I don't know. But let's just change this block to ladders anyway. And then we can run our second experiment over here. So let's get that walled up. And now the theory is the spiders should climb the ladders because, well, they don't have opposable thumbs, but hopefully the mechanics of Minecraft will ignore that little fact of life. Let's unblock that once again, and let's run experiment run number 5B, I suppose. Have we actually broken this thing? Because I'm not seeing any spiders coming through here. We might have added one too many blocks over here, right? This might get a little bit on the dangerous side. Let's just pop our head in here and have a look. Is anything blocking this? It shouldn't be blocking this. Let's have a look over here. No, it isn't. But I suppose there aren't any spiders in the system right now. All right, well, I guess that's not the worst thing that could have happened, but I guess I've got to try and make a few more spiders spawn. Torchage has been removed from one of the spawners, and there we go. We got a little friend down there. He is on his way into the experiment. Let's get ourselves down here to see if we can actually track his progress. Hopefully we should see him traveling along here at some point. Where has he gone? Has he got trapped over there? Can't really see him at the moment. Okay, this is probably a bad idea over here. I was just checking into the chamber to see what's been going on. And, yeah, the damage is real right now. Got to get that antidote, get that anti-spider cream on the butt. There we go. And now we're getting kind of trapped inside of the aqueduct itself. Uh-oh. Okay, this is not going well. It looks like we should be okay, though, right? Let's just get this blocked off. There we go. We got a spider coming now. Let's see if he's going to flow down. There he is. All right, that should block him off. And let's watch if he's going to climb up the ladder. Oh, please let this work. He gets to this point. He kind of jumps a little bit and then kind of gets stuck and doesn't want to climb up the ladder, it looks like it. Looks like he's getting stuck on the ladder itself. So, ladder experiment has failed, unfortunately. Brand new batch of test subjects are on their way for murdification and experimentation. Here they come. We've got ladders at the very bottom of the mobavator. And let's have a look if that is going to do the trick. The spiders should be coming through the canal now. There they come, the ants in the ant farm, and he's going to go straight up the ladder. Oh my goodness, we solved it. Oh, that is an amazing turn of luck for us, guys. Amazing. He literally went straight up the ladder the moment that he touched it. That is perfect. It's amazing, isn't it, in the game of Minecraft, how one tiny adjustment to a farm can take it from being very inefficient to being 100% efficient, right? Look at that. Every single time, 100% success rate right now. And that means once we unleash all of our spider spawners, we are going to get a ridiculous amount of spiders in the kill chamber over here, which makes me extremely happy. Look how many spiders are here already. That's absolutely insanity right now. Unfortunately, this farm still needs a little bit of work, right? Because even though we're going to kill the spiders and get the XP, we're going to lose all of the items right now, right? We need to find a way to collect those items. And I suppose we need to stop the spawning of spiders right now so that we can work on, well, creating some sort of an item collection thing. And that's going to be pretty easy to do, right? All we need to do, I suppose, is add a hopper underneath the kill zone where all the items are going to drop, which is, I suppose, is probably going to be over here underneath this slab. Experiment observation 7B appendix 1. I've been smelting down a bit of iron over here to make some hoppers, guys, and I've noticed that some spiders are in fact getting crammed at the bottom. However, that doesn't stop spiders actually climbing the ladders, so we might lose a couple of spiders at the bottom there that will eventually die to entity cramming, I suppose. But as far as the farm is concerned, we're still going to get a decent flow of spiders over here, I suppose. I suppose the only way we will know for certain is once we fire this farm up once and for all, right? Now, let's try and get a couple of hoppers installed over here. This is going to be kind of tricky now that I think about it, considering we do have some spiders in the chamber already. We probably need to clear the chamber real quick and open up a little bit of space for us so that we can install these hoppers. But as we're standing here killing the spiders, of course, more spiders are arriving. So we're going to have to try and find a dead zone. Oh my goodness. All right. And the spiders are in fact hitting us too, which isn't helping very much. But there we go. Let's see if we can get underneath this thing. Oh, we can't. All right. So I suppose maybe a better way to do this would be to approach it from this angle. Yes, Ren, you are a fool. All you need to do is come down here, add a hopper there, and a hopper underneath this slab, and hoppers will pick items from, if there's a slab above them, of course. So that's awesome. We don't have to worry about that. And now, theoretically, every time we kill a spider and it drops some string and some eyeballs, it should land on top of that slab, which it does, but it looks like it's landed on this slab over here, which makes me realize that we need another hopper above this slab over here, right? So we should have enough iron in here to make one more hopper. We don't have enough chest action though, so let's just make one more chest if we can. There we go. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there slowly but surely. Let's make a couple more hoppers just in case we need them. And we'll have hoppers available at every position that the string and the eyeballs can land, right? So if we drop a hopper over here going into that hopper, there we go. We saw the string getting sucked up there. So now the theory is every time we kill the spiders, those hoppers are going to suck up the string, suck up the eyeballs. We can see that happening right now, right? Absolutely beautiful. And that should be ending up in this chest over here. Yes! Amazing! Well, I've unleashed all of the cave spider spawners now, guys. Looks like we got a little bit of a problem with the spiders coming up here to bite my butt. There's one more area that I need to deal with, which is across the waterway over here. Need to get some blocks into the big spider spawner chamber there to get rid of all of the light. All right, now we should have a fully functioning spider spawner farm over here, and I kind of want to add an observation platform. No! Okay, this is really bad. Really bad times. Really, really bad times. This is really bad times. Okay, let's see if we can salvage this situation. Oh my goodness. That was way too close for comfort, guys. Oh, give me a moment to gather myself. That was insane. Almost had a heart attack there, guys. That was pretty much guaranteed death. I have no idea how I got myself out of that, if I'm completely honest with you. I think I did pretty well. The spider whistling is real. I've never heard so many spiders in my life. That one's getting bounced back and forth, I guess. There's so many spiders in that chamber right now. It is kind of frightening. I wanted to add an observation chamber over here, so that we can look inside our spawner chambers and see all of those spiders flowing into the kill zone, because I think that is going to be pretty cool. So let me just get a little bit of glass over here, and that should make this completely safe. Although there's spiders going all the way up to the surface. Oh no, Moletown is going to be infested with cave spiders. That's bad. Anyway, that gives us a view into our spawning chamber, but I guess we probably don't really want that, right? We want to have complete 100% darkness inside of there. So I suppose let's do that for now. There are a ridiculous amount of cave spiders in here. Absolutely insane. Is there a position that we can stand where we don't get hit, but we can kill the spiders? Looks like it. This looks like the perfect spot. We're getting the XP, it looks like it. Yeah, there we go. It's flown underneath. And look how many cave spiders are in here. It is absolutely ridiculous. Cave Spider Spawner Project Experiment XB17 Appendix C is now underway. Cyberdog dogs. I'm trying something completely different here, and I think if theory serves correctly, we might be onto something over here. The ladder motivator system, it was working okay. I wasn't too happy with it though, especially with a ridiculous amount of cave spiders spawning. The cave spiders seem to be cramming at the bottom of that ladder elevator. Also, I'm a little bit worried about ladders for the aquatic update. I don't know whether ladders are actually going to stop water flow. So, I've decided to spend the last hour or so setting up a brand new system over here that could be crazy enough to work. I've been experimenting with a lot of different things, and this is a system which I'm kind of excited about. This system is only going to use stairs to transport cave spiders, and the theory is we're going to push these cave spiders up a channel of water that runs diagonally, right? Looks kind of awesome. Now, the reason that I've had this brainwave is because I was experimenting with some stairs action over here, right? So we've got a stair down here, a water source above it, a stair next to that water source, and then an open block underneath that, or a water source anyway beneath that. And what we can see here is that actually if we look at this water flow, we can see that water flow takes a little bit of an upward turn as it goes underneath this stair and gets into contact with that stair down there. And the theory is these cave spiders are going to be pushed up this little gap. They're half a block high, right? So the cave spiders will be able to get through here, and they should be shifted all the way up this diagonal stair elevator thing. I have no idea whether or not this is going to work. This is literally an experimental phase over here, but I'm super excited to give it a go. And what I'm going to be doing is adding water into each of these little stair sections, and that is eventually going to create some sort of a diagonal watervator for the cave spiders all the way up to the top over there. This has unfortunately meant that I've had to do a little bit of adjustment to the delivery system over here, and unfortunately I'm still using a sign at the top here. I'm going to have to try and figure something out, but for now, while we're in Minecraft 1.12, those spiders should end up at the top of the diagonal watervator and then climb all the way up, or at least push each other up here, and eventually they will then flow into the system and be delivered into the kill area. So that's the theory, my friends. Okay, Cyberdog, the diagonal cave spider elevator has been installed, and wow, I have no idea if this is going to work. It looks cool though. which is sweet, and I hope it makes sense to you guys. Looks a little bit mad right now, if I'm completely honest with you, man. There is a lot of there's a lot of pixels going on over here. You know what? I might actually use a little bit of a glass resource pack just to sort of clean this up for this particular episode. I've got a connected glass resource pack over here, which will make the glass clear for us. It's one that Iskal uses and one that he shared with me that is actually kind of useful, I suppose, especially for these kind of experiments. There we go. So the glass becomes a little bit clearer so that we can see that elevator a little bit cleaner now. All right, I guess the only thing left for us to do is to unleash the cave spiders into the system. We need to get rid of this water source over here, though, because there's a water source that's going to be flowing from where those spiders are right now. However, unfortunately, it looks like we might have a little bit of a problem over here because I think I've killed the water source where the spiders are actually collecting. So we're going to have to do a little bit of a trick here, I guess. Let's use what we've already learned in this farm to get rid of all the cave spiders that are currently spawned over here, right? I guess what we could do is add a fence over here and another one, or at least a bit of glass over here. Yeah, that should give us access to the spiders without letting them actually kill us. There we go. They're getting in. It looks like it's working, though. It's not quite working the way that we wanted to, though, because the bottom spiders aren't getting flushed into the top level over there. So I think we're going to have to kill some of these spiders down here so that we can get a water source into this section. I think there is a sign directly where those spiders are. I think if we get a water source in... hang on. We need to get rid of some of these spiders over here so that we can get access to that water source area. There are so many spiders. Are they climbing up the elevator, though? It looks like they are, which is really good news. They're going a little bit slowly, though, because I guess they're not getting pushed into it. So let's try get a little bit of spider action cleared out of this area over here. And I guess the water source needs to go in that block like that. That's going to start the flow of the spiders. Very, very nice. Excellent. Let's try get rid of this block. And no, okay, mistakes have been made. Mistakes have been made. I need to get this blocked off. All right, mistakes have been made, guys. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Lots of spiders coming through here. Let's get this blocked off, though. All right, there we go. Whew. Baby, that was almost a tragedy, but there we go. Let's take a look up here while we are poisoned away. Are the spiders traveling up the spider-vator? Looks like they are. There's another spider on me, though. That's fine. Let's see. They're going up, but they're getting stuck over there. Oh, no. I haven't given them a space to go down there, have I? That spider bit the dust as he hit the ground. So it's working, though. Look. Look at this. It's actually working, and I think it's working way more efficiently than the ladder system that we had, right? It looks like I just have messed it up over here somewhere. I haven't given the spiders any space to go down. I think we probably need to get rid of that block. Okay, that's a big mistake. We have just flooded the farm with an insane amount of spiders, and they're incoming. I'm going to have to run, I think. I'm going to have to get out of here and get out of the chunk to let the spiders despawn. Oh, no, this is bad. This is very bad, actually. I got to tell you guys, I'm very pleased with this diagonal cave spider transport system. However, it doesn't come without its problems. As you can see, the spiders are drowning sometimes inside the water sources over here. Some of them don't actually make it all the way up to the top, which is something we need to review, something we need to figure out how to stop happening. However, I have realized over the last half an hour or so that I completely overthought the delivery system over here. And instead of having all of those different water flows and all of that weird system that I had going over there, all we need to do is add a sign at the very top of that diagonal cave spider elevator, another water source over here, and as the spiders gather on this spot, they're going to push each other into the water stream, which will finally deliver them into the kill chamber. Cyberdog, I think I may have just had another epiphany in today's spider experiment. The reason our spiders have been drowning, of course, is very simple. They haven't had a chance to breathe as they make their way up the elevator. So, what I've done is I have swapped out all of the stairs that were above the water sources with a slab. And that gives the spiders an opportunity to jump up and do a little bit of breathing before they move into the next chamber. And even though it looks like they're not moving as quickly up the diagonal, none of the spiders are actually dying right now, which means that as these cells get filled up with spiders, slowly but surely they will start making their way in here, and I guess it means the diagonal elevator will eventually reach a critical mass of spiders, and we will reach a moment in the farm where a consistent flow of spiders starts to pour through here, right? And guys, I think I may have cracked the nut on this one, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be the fastest cave spider elevator that we've ever seen, but I think it's definitely faster than the ladder elevator that we tried, and definitely faster than some of the other variants that we tried, like the variant where we used water and stuff, right? At least in this particular model, with the slabs above the water source, we preserve the life of the spiders, which is good, I suppose, from a humanitarian perspective, but at the same time, it ensures that we don't get a bunch of lost string on the way here, and it also ensures that we do get a consistent flow of spiders into the kill chamber. Well guys, I guess that's gonna do it for today's spider experimentation. Super happy with the progress that we've made. I gotta be honest, man, I'm very, very proud of this diagonal spider elevator that we've made. Seems like a fairly efficient way to transport cave spiders upwards, and definitely better than the ladder elevator, I think, that we tried. Still not running as quickly as I would like, to be honest. I'd love all of those spiders to move up the elevator faster, but you know what? As far as a triple cave spider spawner farm goes, at the very beginning of a Minecraft world, I think we've done ourselves proud here, guys. Very happy with this, man. If any of you guys have any ideas of how we can improve this cave spider elevator, that would be appreciated, but I think we've probably reached out, been bit in the butt again, probably reached the optimal build for this particular farm, so I'm really happy with this. And next up, I guess I'll figure out what we can do with this cave spider farm over here. We need to find a way to transport these items back to the storage hole, and we need to make use of this XP. So maybe we need to create some sort of enchanting facility here or something like that. But I guess we run out of time for today, though, guys. I've spent my entire morning getting bit and coming up with all of this jazz. Very happy with it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it, man. If you have, you know what to do. You hit the like button, and it looks like my helmet just broke, and all of my armor's about to break too, so I better get out of this farm before I lose all of this beautiful armor. So yeah, that's going to do it for now, guys. Thank you for watching the episode. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button on behalf of all these spiders that are about to get murdered. Thanks for watching, guys. ReNDoG, signing out. We'll smell you all in the next episode.